The Oscar goes to Roberto!
Fascist Italy, 1939. We follow Guido, an Italian Jew working in Arezzo, Tuscany, with his uncle in a hotel restaurant. Humor follows Guido's everyday life. Humor is handed to him. These situations are treated like fate by Guido, and he always responds with humor and exaggerated chivalry. Guido pulls tricks, arranges stunts, and repeatedly runs to Dora, the woman he falls in love with. His every interaction is unordinary. In 1944, Guido, Dora, and their 5-year-old son are imprisoned in a concentration camp. Despite this, the humor in the film remains the same. When the officer gives harsh rules in German, Guido volunteers to translate. But instead of accurately translating, he makes up ridiculous rules in an attempt to convince his son it's all a game. Guido slaves away in the camp, working tirelessly, all while trying to preserve the innocence of his son. Yet comedy remains in the film. But why? Why make a comedy film in such a humorless setting? Life is Beautiful by Roberto Benigni asks and answers this question.
Now, you take a good deal of time setting us up for the film. There's a long segment of the courtship. It's a very funny, very heartwarming, but underneath there's that threat. Did you think that was the only way you could tell this story, to sort of take your time for the audience to go on this journey?
Right, I think so. I thought that was, to me as a comedian, the only way to show this story, because I couldn't write and show a movie as a comedian 2 hours in a concentration camp. It was too much and was a big mistake. I could just go into concentration camps after 1 hour and a half of happiness, and you know, as Dante Alighieri said in the Inferno, there is no greatest sorrow than thinking upon a happy time in misery. So when we are in a concentration camp, after we remember my happiness, we are full of life, the image of freedom, of imagination, fantasy, and voglia di vivere, wonderful. So this is the real tragedy, and without no condition and no reasons, they grab us. No, this is a really nonsense, completely nonsense, what happened in the real history, in the real life.
Guido is a dreamer and endlessly optimistic. He sees life as a joyful adventure, often turning misfortune into comedy. This makes Guido an extremely likable character and allows the audience to quickly draw a connection with him. The audience becomes very supportive of him, and seeing his new family in the second half of the film only forces that support to grow. Starting the film with comedy loosens the audience and makes them emotionally vulnerable. This makes the camp portion of the film hit even harder. What was once a light-hearted comedy film about a man looking for love quickly becomes the dark survival of a concentration camp. When the setting shifts to the camp, the contrast is jarring, and that emotional whiplash makes the pain of the story more impactful and real. Although the setting's tone shifts, Guido's does not. Those hidden emotions under a humorous mask develop a sense of sympathy. The ability to maintain a playful tone under such dreadful circumstances seems unimaginable. Humor does not diminish the tragedy, but compels it to be more human. By blending joy and despair, it is revealed how humor can coexist with suffering and how emotional contrast can leave a lasting impact. During this period of Guido's life, he has nearly lost everything. His dignity, safety, and freedom are erased. He fears for his family and that their time in the camp may never end or that their lives will. He has lost his ability to provide for them and to keep them safe. But through this, he holds on to his love, his humor, his ability to help his wife smile and his son play, to laugh and make others laugh as well. This is a demonstration of the unfathomable force known as human resilience. Despite Guido's horrific circumstances, he maintains his funny and bubbly personality. No matter how scared he is for the lives of his wife and son, he controls his emotions and acts unfazed. By turning his son's experience into a game, Guido creates a fantasy that protects his child's innocence. His humorous lives are driven by love, and that gives his suffering purpose. It no longer becomes entertainment, but a shield that saves his son from emotional trauma. Humor becomes an influential way to indicate how the human spirit can endure in the face of inhumanity. Life is Beautiful offers a different perspective on Holocaust narratives by infusing comedy into tragedy. Rather than focusing solely on cruelty and despair, the film invites viewers to see the enduring beauty of human dignity even within a death camp. Through Guido's point of view, humor becomes a form of rebellion, an act of defiance against an attempt to strip people of hope and individuality. This perspective challenges the audience to consider that laughter and suffering are not mutually exclusive. The film demonstrates how the use of humor can create powerful connections to characters and how it can become a form of human resilience in times of tragedy. It shouts that no matter the circumstances, love will prevail and grow because life is beautiful.
Primi si ritorna a casa con